noticed it while I was in an Uber. I was like, I'm glad I don't know how to drive, because I don't have to drive in this. But yeah, thank you for coming. You know, it's the beginning of summer. Definitely, it's starting to feel like the beginning of summer. So, best thing to do is to get some AC and free ice cream.
Is anybody graduating here? Like this semester?
Yeah, congratulations. All of our readers today, our senior readers, and I've been following like y'all's Instagram stories and like posts online, and I've been watching your thesis journey for like feels like a year now, and so congratulations. It's hard work. So congrats. Yeah, should send them some love today. And then those of you that are students, congratulations on just finishing the semester. That's hard. And our teachers too. We've got some teachers in the room here. Allyson. So great job, y'all survived. Yes. So do it again.
So if this is your first ice cream, our structure is that we have an open mic that's open to women and non-binary writers, and then we open up the floor to 3 featured readers. We do this every month on the 4th Friday here at Malvern Books, and we love it.
Yes, and by we, my name is Anar.
I'm Chandra. We forget to do this, and people come up to us out of the wild and are like, "Are you Anar?" I'm like, "Sure."
And then they assume I'm Chandra, and then I deliberately do terrible things and frame you.
It's a character.
But yeah, we get mixed up. That's okay.
So we'll do the open mic part, the open mic part now, and we'll introduce All Learn to Talk, and we'll introduce our first open micer. Up first, we have KB, and I just want to shout out to KB. They have a really awesome reading series also called Interfaces over at Whipple. So if you're, yeah, they're just over there like, no big deal. So if you haven't been to that, I highly recommend it. Yes.
Please welcome to the stage, KB.
Hey. If y'all want to know more about interfaces, like let me know. It happens every third Thursday at Book Woman. Whoop whoop. But anyways, back to me. I'm gonna read y'all a poem. It's called When the Lights Shut Off and It's My Turn to Settle Down. Inspired by Kinkel. I want the OF shirt in my closet to go to K. Maybe she'll need it to remember my Tide detergent trademark, or how striped and colorful I was when silence seems fatal. Remind her of Afropunk, when she almost fainted at a Tyler the Creator concert and we left because her dirt-covered face under New York limelight mattered more than moshing to party isn't over. I want my glasses to go to deep. After all, she helped me see the significance of circles. Whether it be shaking in slow rotation at any sweaty bar on 4th, or the fog marks smiling on my frames while we succumb to the desire behind our eyelids. I want my ashes scattered in the Trinity River while Kendrick Lamar curates the melancholy of my niggas. There are no Photoshop flower crowns allowed. I want everything else left to CJ so he can bloom instead. In the churches, hoods, invalids, enemies, I know they all will sing about me. Say, I wish, I could have, I would have, I see me. I'll remind them it's okay. Then I'll finally see T again. We'll hug and kiss, then sing to the crowd. At the end of me is only a fossil. Things I once owned, the body I once homed. I hurt, but I love you much. Better is coming. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Kitty. Please welcome to the stage my beloved friends, Tu-Uyen and Nguyen.
This is in spirit of mosquito season resumed, and in spirit of an open mic I did, I don't know how long ago, but it was a story between a human princess and a mosquito queen. So that's just there. And I wrote this little to a cotton pad, which natural material reminds me of every indigenous American, Black, be it person, descended from America, Asia, Africa, who had the misfortune to have been a servant, a slave, a second-class citizen, descended from other an ennobled group of fighters, survivors. Through my bloodshed, though my bloodshed was in vain, for yet another child unborn, yours did not. From every whip and slash and beating, from a heavy stick, a beam, rod, a tree, from a fresh, sticky branch, cowhide whip, seasoned by the rust and rain of our kin, firebrands and their lustful, musty, hairy cocks, and nails filled with dirt, and teeth slithering with thick black. Freedom won after so long, yes, but such a price. A price now unknown, for who picked the wheat, the rice, the cotton, on which I bleed now. Elsewhere, third world country, woman, child, man, at what wage were you paid? Under what conditions do you toil? And when shall be your deliverance day?
I don't know Tu-Uyen is one of my best friends in the whole world. So I'm always super happy ice cream gives us an excuse to be in each other's presence. Up next we have Madeline Kinkel. Please welcome Madeline.
Hello. I'm nervous. It's been a hot minute since I shared work. Cool. I will be reading a poem to y'all called Third SSRI Day Morning. Focus. Upset eyeballs, blurred stomach, zap, zap, neurons go, go, and what is that? What happened yesterday? What happened tomorrow? What is happening? There is a screen, but there is a paper, but there is a foot on my leg, and it is tingling. What is this? Is there a toe in this? Is there a tone in this noise? In my gut, is it a bee, a butterfly, a moth? Something flutters up through my mouth. I exhale without stopping. Where is it going? Not coming out. There in my backbone is a silence. Where are the words? My vocabulary is embarrassingly unpolished. This dusty spinal cord cannot fish up the lexicon of verbs and phrases to make this sound good, to make this high-flying prose. I am conscious, I am self-conscious. Is a good vocabulary a marker of class, or is a bad one a sign of failure? Focus. This weather is not what they said it would be. This body is not what they said it would be. A dry mouth and thirst and pissing myself daily. These legs can't stop moving. Stigmaticize, lobotomize, stigmatize my days, my nights. My moons, my suns run in circles. I am conscious, I am self-conscious, and recently every Lyft driver flirts with me as if. I sit in the back seat and laugh at strangers who remind me that I am special before you get to know me. I am a person worth knowing before you do. That's not true, maybe. But there is a buzzing, there is a spinning. This morning I watched the pink sun rise over a place that I hate and counted the days left holding in bile, holding in indigestion. If the city was covered in diarrhea, no one would notice. The air is foul, shrieking roosters, faux pets. But I have been wearing the wrong prescription for 9 months, and this medicine causes blurred vision, causes rainbow sight. No reason to buy the right glasses when my eyes are getting worse daily. And sometimes I think about the first time I stole adrenaline pills, glue sick machines, and how do you focus when nothing is clear, when the words on the screen spin and the reservoir of better words is tapped, sucked dry, and hollowed out, and in the dust there are bees dancing. Buzz. These newfound chemicals, newborn creatures, wobbling in strange and empty land, the color of bear droppings. Smells like burnt honey, smells like sulfur, smells like a hot, dead tree. Thank you.
Up next we have one of my dearest friends and who I call our in-house playwright, Aneesa.
Everyone, okay, so tonight's scene is called Tessellate, inspired by Alt J's song. And it's also a piece that's related to a couple of other pieces on the site already. So this is piece 3 of what may be 4 or 5. And it's a astronaut who is stuck on another world because of what was called inversing, and now he's trying to get off. The only thing you need to know from the previous one is that if you're not on the planet you belong on, or in the time-space continuum you belong on, you don't age. I think that's probably the only thing that's necessary. Okay, so Tessellate. Pierre is working in a small workshop he has built over time. It's been 50 Earth years on the original planet. He still looks the same, but may be more muscular and toned, as he's had to do everything by himself and sustain off of canned food. He's on the phone with Hologram Woman and her partner, Hologram Man. All 3 have become close in these years, as the years have passed, and both these people are much older looking as the time has worn and passed for them. Pierre. I know it sounds ridiculous, but triangles are my favorite shape. They have been since I was a kid. It was this love that really made me understand the crispness of 3 points where 2 lines meet. So exact, and the importance of these triangles is why I'm here now. Hologram Woman. It's a really important discovery that you've made there. It's been my pleasure to help you figure out how to get off this planet you got stuck on. Did you have any competition on Earth? Pierre. Yeah, there was this duo team that was going toe-to-toe with me. We were constantly one step ahead or behind one another at any time. They actually technically came up with the solution first. We talked back to back, trying to decide who would do the thing and try it. Well, I was the only one who was willing to take the chance. Hologram Man. Let's go back to the beginning. We should have talked about this years ago. We may be able to pick up on some of the stuff to help build the machine again. Hologram Woman. My love, it's very late. We should start back up in the morning. Pierre. I forgot how many hours we spent today. Still need to create that clock that aligns with your time. You guys need to get some sleep, and we'll reconvene when morning comes. Hologram Woman. Let's tessellate then. Hologram Man. Go alone, but don't do anything crazy tonight. Take care and we'll tessellate. To tessellations. Pierre, to tessellations. Hologram Woman and Hologram Man log off. Pierre sits at his table for a while before he goes to the sink to get water for his plants and flowers. Pierre. It's incredible, my flower, that you even exist. I don't have a green thumb, but the fact that life is growing again on a planet that has been decimated means a lot for the world I'm trying to get to so desperately back to. In 50 years, how much has the world changed? I assume no one remembers me. I won't know until I get back. It has to be in the tessellations. Figuring out how to point a tessellation toward the one I need to get back to, our math isn't quite right, but I think we can do this in the next few years. Somehow I'll have to take all of these notes with me before I make the next jump. Inversing better allow me to take paper in case I end up on the wrong planet. Time to start on the clock, tuned to their world before our team starts again tomorrow. It makes it easy that I don't have to sleep here. Thank you.
If you're interested in more of Aneesa's music-inspired playwriting, you can check it out at Lyrics to Lines on Instagram. Yeah. It's a blast. Up next we have Christia Hoffman. Please welcome Christia.
Hey. It's called Taxes. I wrote it about 2 months ago. There is pressure between the numbers. Days of effort brought together under phantom title and elusive end. Projects, tasks, approvals, hours spent with disregard for perfect weather. An exchange of days for dollars, each its own potential, and only one replenishable once withdrawn. The other limited to a lifetime or less. Left off the formal ledger, but accounted for later in resignation, regret, or the conditional tense.
Balls are really short, and I'm still Instagramming. Geotag. We're at Malvern Books. This is performance arts. Spell the word taxes. There we go. And done. That was really good. All right.
one's called Daredevil, and you may remember the story, called Daredevil Raccoon Climbs Minnesota Skyscraper and Becomes a Sensation. It's great. Okay. Isn't that life, though, when sometimes your only option is to climb or be captured, but you, Trash Panda, were made for the chase. Dug in your razor-sharp claws with caution, headed for heaven with 24 hours. Our breath stayed in our chest, a world burning itself alive. You had to succeed. Every story scaled held us more captive. As our hearts molded and fused to your fate, pausing, you napped on a sunny windowsill, 18 stories up. The internet active in plotting your progress, strangers stood together, cheered. A child clutched a stuffed raccoon for a hot blink. Time ceased her relentless crawl. United and charming, in weird circumstances, our spent soul grasped and clung to the brink of hope. Renewed, a world we thought where the only language is love, the only heart thump is love, the only way is love. We'll do that.
You back on the ice cream stage. Up next, I think we have, for the first time joining us, is Simone Warner. Welcome, Simone.
Hello, everybody. This piece is called Organic Matter. Living in between, dead, repeat. Inhale, impulse to exhale, exhale, beat. I am a water molecule living with eons of others on a frigid comet. I am a photon of light shed upon the spinning molten rock into which that ice collided. I am an atom of moss blooming on the dirty rock within the melted water. I am a blade of grass. I am a pinch of root. I am the thing that moves and eats that grass and root. I am a gorilla. I am a human that eats gorilla. I am a human that eats canned tuna. I am a water molecule amid a sea that rolls over and eats 2,000 humans. I am a photon of light radiating from the star, which vapingly gravitates that spinning molten rock until taking everything that roots and eats there. Thank you.
Alrighty, we're closing out the open mic with, everyone knows Allyson Whipple. Please welcome to the stage.
All right, I got inspired by the mosquitoes. So I'm going to read a piece of flash fiction that was actually published like a year ago, and I guess I forgot about that. This was published in Parentheses Journal, and it's called The Mosquito's Blood. After a rainy summer, the mosquito population was thriving. The mosquitoes were so dense they formed clouds in the garden at sunset. A young woman was fond of spending the evening in her garden, and though the previous season's drought had withered her flowers, she had appreciated the lack of pests. This year, she found herself constantly irritated by the whining in her ears and the bites on her skin. No matter what repellents she used, they always attacked her. One night, a mosquito landed on the woman's hand while she was trying to meditate. In her anger, she slapped the insect with such force that blood spattered across her skin. Have I spilled the mosquito's blood or my own? She wondered.